This is our platform, right? When you log in, okay, and here you can see very easy on top, there is something known as Harmony. Okay, so this is nothing but our AI, which is built into our platform. It is built into the LMS. Okay, so how does this? So this is not something as simple as a Google feature. Like it's not something that you put a Google command and then it will just throw up so many search options to you that you need to search between them. This is AI in the sense that it is learning from the module that is available to it, from all the information available to it. Effectively, it's generative AI. So let me give you a few examples to demonstrate the capability, okay, and the intelligence of the AI. So for example, you know that in the CIMA OT papers, we have simple MCQs, right? Simple MCQs, where we would probably be given 4 options and we have to select the correct option, and then 3 options would be wrong. So let me give the AI a question, like a question that I have already put. And this question is not saved. This question is not saved on our platform. Okay, it's an external question that I brought in. Okay, so let it give the answer and then I'll explain a little bit about it. So you can see that this is a very simple question. It asks you to calculate the interest cover ratio. Now, after putting the question, I also gave a command saying, tell me which of the 4 options is correct and which is wrong with explanation. And then I have given the 4 options. So you see what the system does is that first, it searches for the interest cover ratio formula from within the LMS. It calculates that and then evaluates the options which are given to it, the 4 options. It tells me which option is correct, which options are wrong, and why it is correct or why it is wrong. Okay, now this is a very simple example. I'm just putting it to you. If you see in your objective test exams, this is the way the questions are posed to you, right? You will have 4 options and you probably have to choose one correct option and among 4 options. Or you can get SATA type questions, that is select all that apply. So even those type of questions you can put it and you can just give a command saying that tell me which options are correct and which options are wrong with explanation. The system will do that for you. Okay. So the system is well equipped to take into consideration all MCQ type of format questions as well as long style questions, what we call case study questions. Okay. So let me give you an example of a case study question. So as you know, if any of you have been studying OCS paper recently, you know that the case study was halfpenny. Now here, if I put a question into the system saying what costing system would suit halfpenny, this is not something where we have fed the answer into the system. All that we have done is we have just simply uploaded the pre-seen material into the system. And if you see the question also, I'm not even telling the system that it is the OCS company or it is a pre-seen company. All I'm asking is which costing system would suit so-and-so company. So the system is so intelligent that it can read all the documents that have been uploaded, not just the videos that we have, all the documents also that are uploaded in the system, and it has generated an answer for me. Okay, this is how intelligent the system is. So it's not just, a Google search, it's an AI in its place. So another question, if I pose for you, okay, now you know that if you're studying the strategic case study paper, in the strategic case study paper, it's a very high level paper where you have a risk register which lists certain risks of the company, not all the risks, but certain risks of the company. Now, it could happen in the exam, they pose questions to you or scenarios to you based on those risks. But it is quite possible that there are certain risks that are missing from the risk register. Okay. So I have just simply put this question that can you give me a list of risks that are missing? Again, I have not fed this answer into the system. The system will generate an answer simply looking at the P3 syllabus. Okay. So you can see here, simply looking at the P3 syllabus, it's able to generate an answer. It's able to tell me that cybersecurity risk is missing from the risk register. So there should be some put. So after you get this particular answer, so what's it looking at? It's looking at the syllabus. Okay. And it is generating the answer. Okay. Now, if I pose another question to the system, do a SWOT analysis of that particular company. Again, I have not fed this answer into the system. It's going to only look at the preceding document. You can see it automatically starts generating an answer for you. So the benefit of this AI is that you don't need, even if you're a student, you don't need to wait for a tutor to give you the answer. Especially on weekends, you can generate answers by yourself and you will be able to study. Okay, be it OT papers, be it case study papers, the system will give you the answers that you're looking for. Okay, and it depends on whatever has been fed into the system. So I will give you another type of a question. See, this is how it does, and it looks at different types of citations within the system. So a very good example of machine learning or the system learning, like you would have studied the concept of WAC and you would have studied the concept of CAPM. Okay, so you know that WAC would probably be a separate chapter and CAPM would be a separate chapter. Okay, but if I give the question to the system, explain to me how WAC and CAPM are related with an example. Now, again, this is not something we have any particular video on, okay, or we have written any notes on this, okay, but the system is learning based on all the information that has been uploaded, and it is giving me the relation between two concepts. It is telling me that WAC will help me to calculate the overall cost of the entire debt, okay, of the entire company, whereas CAPM is more for calculating of equity, cost of equity. Okay. So see, it not only generates the answer, but it is also giving me an example if I wanted to give me an example. It will generate the example also on its own. So you can see how powerful, and it'll look at citations from the system. Okay. So as long as there is some base data, because the AI can't go and look over the internet. So whatever is the data stored within our LMS, it is able to generate examples and it is able to answer, correlate information. And if you ask it a question like, can you tell me in which video or in which module I'll be able to get data, I'll be able to get information related to XYZ concept, the system will be able to pull up those videos also and tell.